we are tracking for you. We're going to leave it there and we're going to shift our focus to some more breaking news coming in, where a delegation of the Kuki-Zo Council, an apex body of Kuki-Zo Group, has met Union Home Ministry officials in New Delhi to discuss their demands for a separate administrative region, while urging the centre to initiate a quick political dialogue for restoring peace in Manipur. That's of course the latest that we are tracking for you. My colleague Nibir is with us on the broadcast to give us a better understanding on this. Nibir, if you could take our viewers through the details that are coming in as far as this meeting is concerned.
Which is the apex body of the political platform of the Kuki-Zo community. They have met the officials of the MHA and at the Ashoka Hotel in New Delhi, and as per sources, A.K. Mishra, interlocutor, Rajesh Kamble, Joint Director of IB, NE, has represented the MHA, and from the Kuki-Zo Council, several leaders were there, and they have made this maiden meeting with the center, and the delegates of the Kuki-Zo Council has talked about some formation of certain bodies to look into the demands and affairs of the Kuki-Zo Council, and further they have emphasized the need for a political dialogue for a solution in Manipur. So this has become a very political demand, as we have seen that they have also stated for the creation of a union territory under Article 239A of the Indian Constitution. We have earlier seen that the Kuki-Zo community have demanded for a separate administration, but now it is clearly they have stated on record that they are also demanding for a union territory to separately administer those areas which come under the Kuki-Zo community. And however, from the sources we have learned that the MHA has now, officials have now insisted on maintaining peace in Manipur before all these solutions, political solutions, and peace has been the priority of the center, but the political demand for the union territory has been raised by the Kuki-Zo leaders amid the prevailing situation of violence in Manipur. Back to you.
Absolutely, Nibir. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all those details with us. On that note, Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defence expert, also joins us on the broadcast. Sir, very good morning to you. And thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX. How do you view the developments that are taking place as far as this meeting with the ministry is concerned?
Well, it's been such a long time, and I feel ashamed to even talk about how many months have passed. So I will tell you, it's been such a long time and we have not been able to find a solution to Manipur as yet. So the fact is the Kuki-Zo Council, which is a conglomerate of 13 organizations of the Kuki-Zo tribal community and 10, which are 10 tribal MLAs. Now they have been demanding a separate administration under the equivalent to the, which is equivalent to a union territory as per the Constitution of India. They have been demanding that as per the law. Now whether they are granted or not, that is the government decision completely. I mean, that is we have no say in that. So this meeting I see was a kind of a warm-up, was an icebreaker for the Kuki-Zo Council to meet the ministry or ministers, to meet the officials of the MHA. Now this was the first ever meeting that the Home Ministry had assumed significance in the view of the ongoing ethnic clashes. Now there are 250 people have been killed and over 60,000 displaced from both sides, from Maite also and Kuki also. That's since May 2023. Now this is as I mentioned that this, as Nibir Deka mentioned, that Mr. A.K. Mishra, he is some people say he's the interlocutor, some people say he's the advisor to the Northeast Affairs of the Government of India. So and then a joint director of the Information Broadcasting will also attend the meeting. Last week the Kuki-Zo Council had met the newly appointed governor, Mr. Bhalla, who was the Home Secretary earlier in Shashanpur, and asking for a political solution to this problem. Now, Ginza Rolzong, who is the spokesperson of the council, of the Kuki-Zo Council, he said a major organization, and now he had given out a statement that that this was an icebreaker, and we have told the government that we wanted a quick solution to the Manipur, and see, a solution has to be brought in early as possible. Why delay it? A stitch in time says 9. We have already delayed it for so long. We have already, the army should have been called out that time, but no, it grew, and now it's growing further. Immediately, I mean, we talk about interlocutors. There's some people who say that Mr. A.K. Mishra is an interlocutor. I don't know. Frankly speaking, I don't know. I hope he is. I hope somebody is. I hope they are interlocutors there, because I have been attending Twitter space from both the Kuki-Zo Kuki community and the Maite community as well. The Kuki tribe and the Maite community, and I've asked, okay, have you all made the effort of meeting the interlocutor? Have you come together on a table to talk for a dialogue and to find a quick solution to this? So people are there, people are lost. They're saying, we don't know, sir, we don't know who the interlocutor is. So they're like, oh, you don't know who the interlocutor is. It's very important for them to know. Earlier, the Home Ministry, about 2 months back or so, they had taken an initiative of calling leaders of both the communities together, sit on a table for a dialogue and discuss. Because dialogue is the only way forward, otherwise violence will keep on going on. Now the fact is, when we allow any kind of violence to go on for so long, it is indeed very alarming and distressing. Now, a union territory, they had mentioned a legislator under Article 239A of the Constitution that will take into account the needs of Kuki-Zo in Manipur. That is their demand again. So whether again the top authority will decide, the government, the courts, there is an apex body to decide this, whether they will get or not, whether they will get autonomy or not. Right? We can only hope for peace. We can only hope for the fact that these things don't occur. Now, again, Major Ajay Kumar Bhalla, who is just newly appointed governor of Manipur, we have a lot of high hopes on him. In fact, because he's been Home Secretary to the Government of India, and like for example, the Assam Rifles, the Director General Assam Rifles reports to the Home Secretary. That's his immediate boss in a way. So that way, he has a good bird's eye view. He has a good view of the situation over there. The General Pradeep Nair, who was the former Director General of Assam Rifles, was giving him inputs when he was there in chair. So we have very, very high hopes with Mr. Ajay Kumar Bhalla. And since this meeting was only an icebreaker of the Kuki-Zo Council of the 4 members who had met the government representatives, so we expect more meetings, more dialogues. They had come all the way from Manipur because they feel that side, the northeast part of India, has been often neglected and their communication often doesn't reach the mainstream. It is very important for every single one of us to take interest in our northeast. In fact, the most beautiful place in the country. And I'm told, after 2020, NCRT introduced a syllabus regarding a study of northeast part of India. That is a very, very good sign. We have people from the northeast part of India doing extremely well. They have contributed so much toward nation building. Not only from Manipur, not only from Nagaland, not only from Arunachal, not only from maybe from Tripura or Meghalaya or Sikkim. In fact, all from Assam. We have from all over the northeast. The people are doing so well. You talk about only Manipur? Well, last year we had Femna Miss India. We had a polo tournament. Last year, in fact. We have Ratan Thyam from Manipur. We have Mary Kom. Everyone's seen the film, in fact. We have Mirabai Chanu. We have, the list can go on and on. So a state which has put in so much in nation building. We have soldiers from Maite community and the Kuki tribe in the army, in the Assam Rifles, in the police. We have people doing so well. They are decorated soldiers, very, very brave soldiers. They have soldiering in their blood. So they make such good fighters, and that is why, because they are best of friends and worst of enemies. So it is always good to keep them on your right side because they are best of friends. They can give their life for you. Now, when this meeting was held, it's a sign that, okay, it's an icebreaker. Nothing much was discussed on the Manipur conflict at the moment, and that's what I gather from. But again, because one has to make a ground to achieve something. Not directly if we go and say, okay, we only talk only on that. This was a courtesy call. That's what I am made to understand. And I hope this courtesy call results in furthermore developments, in fact.
Right, so absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing your perspectives with our viewers. We're going to leave it there and we're going to shift our